What's good, everybody? Welcome to Moon or Dust, episode 27. We have a ton to talk about today. There was a bunch going on with meme coins. Obviously, we got stuff around Trump, which already feels a little bit outdated, right? It feels like the assassination attempt. Thank God he's all right. Was so long ago. It feels like a month ago. And then we got some NFT action. We got NFTs are so back, or we were joking. Should we be saying ordinals are so back? And change the title of the show here. But first and foremost, how you doing, Ash?
Dude, we need to change our intro song really badly.
We're working on it. Don't worry. We got a new intro. We're gonna get a nice video. It's in the works.
Yeah, that intro song is funny. Yeah, dude. Um, I have not been this mad about anything in quite some time, and it's because of Mr. Miggles. So that's the one thing that has me tilted. Besides that, I guess I'm doing okay.
We'll get into all of it. Let me get my screen here on the screen. I normally do window. Boom. Sorry, we're not prep. We were trying to mint NFTs, so we weren't prepped today. Here we go. Okay, what do we got today? Let me scroll to the top here. The crypto, or whoa, voice crack. The crypto market. The crypto market. It's doing pretty good. I think some people were getting a little bit scared again, but now I could bring it on screen. Boom, boom. Let's go. Yeah, things are looking decent. We're holding pretty strong here. There was a nice pump on XRP. I even longed it. I'm starting to leverage trade. I made a nice mini trade on XRP. Everybody was bullish. The rest of the market was going down, and XRP was just going up. One of the traders I follow was bull posting it, so I took the long. It's down pretty bad now, though. But the rest of the market looking good. Bitcoin sitting at 65.5. We got Ethereum at 34.50, and Solana hopefully going to continue its breakout at $168. I have a long on it, so I needed to keep running here. And then obviously there's a ton of meme coins. We got the Trump stuff that really brought us back. And I don't know, last night during the RNC, or all week pretty much, but especially last night, I know both of us were just like on BullX, do the amount of Trump related tokens. Anything that was being said was just, there was like 15 coins per word. Like
So
we're gonna
stupid.
win. Boom. 50 win coins. Like it was funny.
It was so dumb. That was one of the moments, you know how like in life you have like revelations. That was actually one of the moments where I was like, wow, this is really bad.
It's Orangey had a tweet. He's like, if a nuke went off, would you run for cover or would you search for the ticker? And yeah, I think a lot of people, any crisis, people are just searching for that kind of stuff now. But the Bitcoin price looking good. We had a ton of inflows this week. It does seem to be slowing down a little bit, unless there's missing data here, because the last 2 days look kind of weird here at zero, flat, nobody buying. But before that, look what a beautiful week of the inflows, hundreds of millions of dollars per day, with one day even hitting 422 million of positive inflows. So that's counting all the outflows here. Although GBTC Grayscale, the only one that is selling, was at zero. But BlackRock at 260 million on, when was this? This was Tuesday, huge day. So the institutional buyers continue to buy. I also saw the fear and greed, though. It's at 57. I want it to continue ranging in the middle here. I don't want it to go higher. I think we hit like 63 or 64, which is a big jump. Basically, the lessons that you should have learned over the last two crashes, or whenever it goes like under 30, or even whenever it's deep in the fear, it's a great buying time. Just ignore the entire timeline and should be buying. Not financial advice, but basically financial advice. But a ton of positive news. Do we have Larry Fink back on TV, pushing Bitcoin, pushing real world assets? We got, who was it? It was like JP Morgan now talking about real world assets as well. We got Jamie Dimon, who's potentially going to be the Treasury Secretary, whatever it was. Maybe I'm thinking of billions, so the wrong role. But Jamie Dimon, who was anti-Bitcoin, and now he spent. Okay, look, Larry Fink said, I'm not into Bitcoin. There's no institutional demand. This was 5 years ago. And then he flipped and he's like, okay, now, I understand it. I did the research and now there's actual demand. So we're for it. But he never campaigned against Bitcoin versus Jamie Dimon literally spent his time like campaigning. And didn't he say in front of Congress, like, we need to shut Bitcoin down not too long ago? And now he's flipping where he's like, oh, we're going to be doing, I'm sure he's going to launch some real world assets fund. They want to do like a stable coin. He's into Bitcoin now. I guess he saw how much money you could make through it. And he's flipping. Yeah, he's doing it to become Treasury Secretary and not because he changed his mind. Yeah. Basically he wants the position. It's so much power. It's funny. It's like during the crash, the 2008 crash that they caused, and then the government brought them in to fix it. Like, hey, how can we fix this situation? Rather than getting them in trouble, instead they get to be part of the fix, where you get all the insider information and you know everything that's going to happen. It's such a backwards world, but unfortunately, it's the world we live in. I also saw this fund. Are you exposed to AI coins at all?
Not really.
I saw this fund. Oops, did I just scroll down? Yeah, that Grayscale is going to be launching the decentralized AI fund, or they just launched actually. And they have Near, Filecoin, Render, LivePeer, which that one I'm not too familiar with, and BitTensor. So I saw a lot of channels started to post again about the AI stuff. I currently don't have much exposure to AI. I know Becker's back posting about it, so we'll see. I do think there's a time and a place. Maybe now is a great time, or before this happens, a good time to accumulate. But I think between Ash and I, we're both still going heavy on the meme coins. Although Near did have a really nice recovery after the crash. Near had a good recovery after the recent crash. We're near 33%. What's up, DJ? Thank you for being here. After that, we got the Mt. Gox distributions. Nobody seems to care, dude. Nobody cares. It's not like the Germany FUD where everybody was flipping out. Mt. Gox, like, people are over it, which is pretty funny to think that we freaked out so much with Germany, and now there's even more money, and we're just like, meh. But I think most people are not. I saw some stats like they're sending out, and 50% of people voted that they don't want to even sell or something. They want to keep holding. GM, welcome to the show, everybody. And then obviously the assassination. I mean, we won't go through it since everybody's fully aware of what happened. But obviously there's a ton of meme coins that we're dropping. We're going to talk about that. But we did have the RNC all week, but Trump finally spoke last night. And I did find this one funny. It was people betting on what words he's going to say in his speech on Polymarket, which was actually great. I took a list of the ones he actually did say. Okay, we have the results here. So he said, ear, Secret Service, unity, Baron. He said jail and prison, MAGA, and God. Of course, he was going to say God. What's obviously the bets are really cool. The chat, dude. The chat is so funny. Like, this guy, I saw this guy. I sent you this one. This dude was freaking out. Like, he said unity. He said unity. And somebody's like, holy shit, dude, shut up. Your $5 are safe. Because you can see how much people are betting. You can see what their exposure is. So it's so funny. This is for the culture, man.
Yeah, I'm going to reach out to Polymarket and I'm going to ask them if they want to work with us, because
get that sponsorship, dude. Get that
sponsorship. Because this website is actually so fun. Like, I know that there's others that are like this.
Hunter was talking about one yesterday on the stream, and he got exposure to it because it's undervalued. Because apparently they're trying to launch something around the elections, and it's like $1 billion plus that they're looking at. So he found one that's good. But sorry, I cut you off. Please keep going.
Yeah, no, I think it's really cool. Like, you can bet on. It's fun when you can bet on things that are happening in events. I mean, it's kind of like just anything that you can bet on in sports, where you're like, oh, like, is this guy gonna touch the ball like 5 times, or is he gonna hit a 3? Like, it gives life a little bit more fun, and I like it a lot. And especially if you if you really feel strongly towards something, you can like put your money where your mouth is, right? It's like, you can say something, but if you put money on it, obviously it means more. I see that you loaded up $1,000 into it.
Yeah, I wanted to test it out. Maybe I'll vote on some of these, man. Joe down to 4%. Did he
Dude.
announce who his if he's replaced? I saw he people are saying now it's like pretty official that, or it's not official, but it's pretty much known that he's going to be dropping out and they're going to be announcing somebody new. I don't know who they're going to announce. I saw a lot of people saying Gavin Newsom. I mean, the mind share here is showing that they think Michelle Obama is more likely, but I think Gavin Newsom would just get absolutely obliterated by Trump. All he has to do is point at everything wrong with California.
Well, before we turn this into a political thing, I'll just say this, that like I think everyone loses to Trump this time, like pretty much. So that's like, I mean, you can see it. And one of the reasons why I like Polymarket is because you can now, of course, it's like it is more niche because it is like a lot of crypto people, but it is cool to be able to see how much money people are putting into certain things and like how much they think that something is going to happen, opposed to just like a Twitter poll that anybody could just click. You know, it's like with this, you obviously have to put money up and you have to feel strongly about it, opposed to other shit where it can just be whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. Let's get that sponsorship. Hopefully they yeah, we're gonna go through. I see somebody saying all the meme tickers. We're gonna go through all the memes and stuff. We have it all listed. What else do I have here? Oh yeah, this here we won't even get into that one. It's too political. Continuing with Trump, though, he is going to be speaking at the Bitcoin Nashville. I thought I had the link here. I don't know where it went. The Bitcoin conference. He's going to be speaking, and then oh yeah, I took the wrong link. That's why I had the actual website. So he's going to be speaking, and then a lot of people think he's going to announce a strategic reserve for Bitcoin. Here, this person saying Trump to announce. I don't know where he got this leak from. It obviously nobody actually knows what he's, or you know, we think nobody actually knows what he's going to say. That would be huge for Bitcoin. Especially, I was listening to, I think it's Invest Answers. He does some math on how much it would be compared to America's gold holdings, and then compared to some other countries' holdings, and what percentages. And if we just do like 5% or something compared to what they hold in gold, that would still be, you know, a pretty big number, just billions, like whatever it was, I forget, 40 or whatever billion. But the effect it would have on the Bitcoin price, not only their buying pressure, but the fact that the American government is actually buying Bitcoin and kind of just giving it the stamp of approval. The upside on that would be absolutely insane. So that's huge. Looking forward to that. I believe that is next Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure the exact date where Trump would be speaking, but good to see that he's still going. On the other side, though, I found this funny. Dude, this is such a weird tweet. Joe Biden tweets like, or his intern, whatever, I'm sick. And then he had COVID, obviously. This what it was. And then the next tweet of Elon and his rich buddies trying to buy it, like what? And everybody was trolling this. I saw the Jover token who started pumping. It's funny, dude. Everything that happens, everything is the news. And shout out to Mello, dude. I don't know if you follow this guy. Every single day he does a recap of everything that happened in the meme coin market, like literally every coin. So like boom, 13-year-old did a CTO for RZ. It hits 2.5 million, and he covers all this stuff. So here's the Jover one. Jover went from 150K to at 5.2x after he tweets, I'm sick. And obviously a ton more meme coin action. So shout out to Mello for putting out these great tweets. It helps a lot with my research. So I always appreciate this kind of stuff, especially that I'm trying to dive deeper into the meme coin trenches. Go drop him a follow here. It's Mello Metrics is his Twitter. And then what else do we got on our list before we get into the weeds? Oh, we got the ETH ETF, dude. Going to be launching on the 23rd. I did see some more like official stuff, but yeah, the date is next week on Tuesday. So that's looking good. I did see some people bear posting ETH after Vitalik telling us, hey, don't vote for your bags. What are you talking about? Don't vote for my bags. Do you not know crypto people? I guess it's the disconnect, right? You know, he has a lot of money. He also doesn't seem like, you know, a person who's motivated necessarily by money. But I think when people, that's whenever I see like you know, Michael, look, I love Michael Saylor. He's a great person. I would love to meet him. But whenever he's talking about like, oh, you don't sell your Bitcoin, you don't, it's like New York real estate, you loan against it. Like he's obviously not talking to the average person. He's talking to like his rich buddies who have a lot of money. They don't need like they don't worry about paying their rent, right? I think most people are here to make enough money to buy a house or pay the rent or whatever it is. So I always think there's a disconnect. So you always have to watch out when you watch these people who are like uber rich and they don't have to worry about the day-to-day things that you and I have to worry about. But that's it for like the news, the high level news, I guess, of the market. Let's get into some stories. Which one should we hit? Oh, go for it.
I'm so pissed right now. Did you know that OMB got Epic Rune airdrop?
I just saw it today in my wallet as I was minting Aeons. I just saw I have like $450 of Epic.
No, dude, I don't think you understand. This was the price of this for like, okay, wait. So it got airdropped on the 8th and then it nuked. Okay, I feel a lot better. So basically on the 8th, OMB, sorry, I don't mean to sidetrack, but OMB got airdropped the Epic Rune and then it completely died. I thought that I was just sitting on like a lot of this. I mean, it still was like 2x for the past week what it is now. And now it's just down only. But yeah, I just saw the same thing. I was like, wait a second, why does it say I have $200 worth of runes in my wallet?
Yeah.
Are runes dead? Are runes dead or are they alive?
I have no idea. I haven't been following it. I think right now, yeah, they're pretty dead. But you know, they'll probably have a nice comeback. Looking at the charts, they're all pretty down for the week. But I don't know. I still find it's not a good experience like looking at this stuff.
How do you feel about runes overall? Dude, I told you like you what say that again?
I'm not touching it. Not because I don't like them. It's just like, dude, there's too much going on, and I don't have the time to give this a proper look. So if one of the homies gives me the alpha call, like, hey, get into this rune, yeah, I'll buy it. But outside of that, like, I'm not doing the research into it.
Yeah, dude, this is just
there's too much. There's way too much, dude. Already that I'm trying to get into like all this Bullx stuff. Like, I'm not gonna be doing the research into runes.
Dude, I just asked my friend, I was like, did you know that OMB got Epic? He's like, yeah, bro, I sold mine as soon as I got it. Thanks, dude.
Where were we though? I forget what we were getting into now. Oh yeah, we were deciding, so it doesn't matter. Let's quickly go over the NFT stuff because I know we have a lot to say about the Memecoin side. So we had a mint this morning. It's still actually minting right now. Let's go see how many I've minted. It's different phases. We are still in the VIP phase.
You sold mine. Yeah.
For what?
Whatever.
You had a nice one though. You had a nice one. You had a good one. Yeah,
but whatever.
So these minted for around $120. When it opened up, they were flippable for like $500. So a nice. They're still flippable for profit. I like the art though. These remind me of hash masks. You remember that project? Like an OG.
Yes.
OG like art vibes. It's one of the first NFTs I actually ever saw. These are them. I'm using the old Google. These ones. Yeah, I remember I saw one sell for like, I don't know, $500,000. And this was one of my first exposures to like actually looking into NFTs. These and obviously Bored Apes and Punks. But Hash Mask was my first like art side where I was just like, wow, somebody's paying this much money for a picture. So it kind of gives me like Hash Mask vibes. It's obviously more of a PFP, but so an ordinal, an NFT that's flippable. I think that was the only good or mint. Oh no, there was also this one. Did you see this one from? It's called. I think it's still called Untitled, but it was with from Cyberkongs. So it was like this mint. There was only 222 that minted. Basically, you needed a bot if you wanted to mint it. And these are what they look like. And they ran all the way to, I think, 0.11 Bitcoin is what they were trading for. So thousands of dollars. It was like $100 mint. So they were trading for thousands of dollars. I'm not sure exactly what they're going to be doing with it. Like it's called Untitled. It's still like mysterious. I like how these look personally. I find them cool. I don't know how they'll actually look as a PFP, especially when you have like these bright colors. But cool idea. And whoever hit these, like you hit the jackpot here, making thousands of dollars. So this was cool. They have like nice little videos. I didn't really track this one. I've kind of been out of the loop on this side of things a little bit. Nice little video here. I liked it. For the art, you got some puppets. You got Napoleon riding his horse. Yeah, so we'll see if there's what comes out of this. But a couple of good ordinals mints, which is nice because ordinals haven't been the talk of the town lately. So good to see things. My OMBs, I'm still down on one of my OMB buys here, or I guess both.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
yeah.
dude, I'm so down on that. What?
Yeah, because I forgot how expensive the mint price was. 0.3. I still believe in it though. If there's any one collection, I'd be buying OMBs, and I like puppets still too. But I mean, the whole thing that happened with Ansem kind of sucked. But I'm still bullish on them. But OMB is where I'd be making the bet. I gotta find. There was a Gorilla one that I faded once, and I've always regretted not getting it. Oh, dude, there's there's some hoodies. There's some hoodies at some good prices here, dude. I'm not gonna show that. Anyways,
funny.
moving on, we got Doodles dropping this trailer for Doodlesville. Look, I don't think this is going to do anything, even though somebody did come back and sweep them. I think he's sweeping them for the token, not for this Doodleville stuff. They got swept back up all the way to 2 ETH. You can see some nice sweeps here on the bottom side, but the Doodlesville trailer is actually really good. Like I enjoyed this. I watched it twice. It was cool. Like they have I don't really care if there's celebrities in it, but they do have celebrities. Lil Wayne was in here. I wish I had it behind me. I have like a Carter 3 not real gold or gold plated record that I have. I'll put it up on the wall maybe behind me. I need some decorations. I ordered like a shelf and I'm gonna start going ham with the Web3 decorations. But overall, I like this, dude. It's really well done. Like Burnt Toast is an amazing artist, so it's cool that they're actually starting to do this kind of stuff. I don't think it's going to do much for the price, but yeah, this is cool. I think people are more buying for the whole token speculation that they're raising for a token at the end of the year. We'll see what happens with it. But yeah, some progress in what Doodles is actually building. They're continuing their IP growth, and you can see here September, Dullsville and the Doodlesverse. So that was cool. We were talking about it, dude. We were like, man, remember when owning a doodle was cool? And then we started like going over all the old NFTs. We were talking about we're probably going to do like a nostalgic episode or something where we go over all the old collections. I think that would be a really good time and people would enjoy it.
Yeah, the thing about the Doodles tweet is it is really cool. And I've always liked their style and their art and all of it. Do you remember back in the day whenever, like, I remember specifically when there was an NFT event going on and the CEO was like announcing all the bullish stuff that was going on and they would just pump. Like, I remember that like it was yesterday. And it's just like, do you remember the days of when and you would hold an NFT and there would be an announcement like out of nowhere and then everything would just pump, and how that just doesn't happen anymore, like at all? You're muted.
Yeah, man. Do you think if like Nike bought like Clonex today, remember how it ran from 2 ETH to 22? You think if they did that today, what effect would it have on the floor? It would run. It would obviously go up, but it wouldn't go up 10x from 2 ETH to 22. I wonder what kind of effect it would have on a floor if like a big Web2 company came in and bought a collection.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Like I just miss those days. Like there was always announcements of like staking or airdrops or whatever, and things would pump. I just miss it. I mean, I guess OMB pumped pretty hard when they announced like their next collection and stuff. So it still happens, but it's like I can't think of the last time that I was sitting at my desk and I was like, wow, this NFT is absolutely mooning for no reason. I guess the last time it happened was Pudgy. Remember when Pudgy went to like 20 ETH? a couple months ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's a mint. Oh, I think I missed it. The Monket mint. Did you have this one? It's on Solana. I think I missed it. It seems 99%. Oh, there's 10 left. I don't even know what wallet I submitted for it. Yeah, we'll check back to see how this is doing in a minute. Outside of that, we had some token launches. Or wait, first we have ApeCoin announcing announcing their testnet called Curtis. Do you care? Like, does anybody care about this?
No, not really. I mean, Bored Ape people care about it, but I think honestly, there's just been like a total lack of communication of direction of what's going on with it overall. Like the thing is I when you're in Web3, you know that if something big happens, it'll hit you in the face. And this is the kind of situation where it's like there haven't been any like big videos, there hasn't been any announcements. We don't know what's going on. We don't know when the other side is coming out. What's the point of the chain? Are they going to take ApeCoin and are they going to you do something where you have to burn it to like I don't know to like hopefully help the price and it integrate it into the chain? But I guess my thing is it's this. If people didn't care about Blast when it launched, why would they care about this?
True. Yeah, people were just gambling. Yeah, if there's no money to be made, Bitcoin is pumping. It's what I need Solana to pump, sir. Tell me when Solana's pumping. Yeah, I completely agree, dude. Somebody here in the comments, Rohit, saying nobody cares about dinosaur coins. That's pretty funny. Look, I would want it to do well, but like, yeah, I just don't see a point. I think they dropped the ball too many times, and the unlocks on this thing are absolutely insane. And I mean, you saw the payments that they were making to their council, who nobody knows what these guys are doing. They're just getting millions of dollars basically to do nothing and provide zero value. So it just seems like, yeah, things got out of their hands. And I mean, look at this chart. I think you want charts that have been like explode, like having nice recovery pumps previously, and then are headed to a recovery now. And just I don't know. Personally, I would not touch Ape. I think the Ape staking goes against itself. Like you're staking Ape to unlock more Ape to just dump that ape and make money. Meanwhile, the ape that you staked is going down. Like this is something what Memeline would talk about a lot when they were doing Memecoin. There's a lot of people trying to shill coins in the comments, man. It's
good. Well, one thing about ApeCoin is I personally think that one of the last things that I can remember happening with it was when Thread Guy was running for the council and he didn't get it.
Yeah.
I personally think that like there's decisions that can be made by the company in the direction that they go, but there's also obviously decisions that can be made by the community as well. It just kind of goes hand in hand to where like the company communication hasn't been the best. And then them not choosing Thread Guy for that, I honestly think was a massive, massive mistake. Because yeah, I can't name one person on the ApeCoin Council. They're getting paid all this money for what? You're supposed to be a premier collection, and I can name a lot more prominent people who rock pudgy penguins than Bored Apes. Like I can't even tell you like who uses an ape anymore. So I just think, yeah, they got a lot of work to do because they were, like they were tops, and they definitely. I'm not gonna say they fell off because obviously like they're still like one of the top collections, but I just think that they've had a year or two of a series of like scramble decisions that haven't really paid off. And
Yeah.
what's a coda? What is a coda? What is that? Like
is the other side ever gonna do anything? Look, and Ash and I both want apes to succeed. Like I think it's good for the space if they succeed. I like apes still. I assume you still like apes. It's just a shame what has happened, and yeah, it's very disappointing. overall.
I like what they could be, right? Like that's
Yeah.
the thing is like I like the idea of what they were and what they are now, and I give them a lot more. I'd give them a lot more credit than I would some of these other collections because obviously they've done a lot. But yeah, I'm definitely disappointed.
I mean, I still rock I have an Ape hoodie from Ape Fest. I still love it. I like the brand. Like, yeah, I want it to be good. I want it to return to what it used to be, which was like flexing your internet money, basically. It was like the Rolex, you know? That's what I liked, that club. And then it completely switched its identity. And let's check. One more NFT story. We were getting into tokens, but I did see this. A lot of people, or not a lot of people. So it was like some fake news going around, right? Saying like, oh, Reddit is ditching NFTs, but they're not. Like I saw this, they updated the article 3 days ago. As of August 5th, collectible expressions will no longer be supported. That doesn't mean like they're killing the NFTs. Expressions, from my understanding, it's just an animated version of the collectible. So it's essentially like a Telegram sticker. Yeah, here you could see some if I'm understanding it. So like in the comments, you could reply with your avatar. Obviously, it sucks if you paid for these and you enjoy replying with them, but I don't know what the logic behind this is. But the NFTs themselves, like I think you could use them as your PFP. They'll continue to live. I'm not sure if they're going to continue providing value there, if there even is value. But I mean, Reddit made over $500 million selling these things, so it was very profitable for them to do it. And I'm sure when NFTs do make a comeback, they're going to be like, oh, we got some more stuff to sell you. Getting into token news a bit before we get into the meme coin section, Borpa just relaunched about an hour ago. Fahad saying basically what Sofamon's doing. Yeah, kind of. They're doing the whole sticker thing, right, on Telegram, but Reddit's pulling out of that. So yeah. So Borpa relaunched today. I made my claim for my pre-sale because since 60-something% of my holdings was still vested, I haven't sold it. It right now it's worth like $700. I'm already full in the profit, so anything I get now is just pure profit. Yeah, it opened up, it ran. Whoever caught here, GG to you, sir. And right now we're sitting at about 6.5 million market cap. I saw a lot of comments saying like, I just wanted to go to like 15 or something. Yeah, so hopefully this can keep going up. Hopefully they launch their game and it goes well. It's unfortunate what happened between them and Entangle. They had some fights. Entangle took a lot of shots at them. But never want any project to fail. So let's see what they can do with their game and everything. And I wish them luck. Non-meme coins, we had 2 gaming coins that launched this week. We had Pixelverse, which is a Telegram game. And I spoke about this yesterday on a stream on the Alpha Wolf stream, saying like, oh, it wouldn't have been a good investment opportunity since you didn't break even on day one. Now the coin is absolutely ripped. It's up 240% in the last basically 24 hours, up to 440 million FDV or market cap, even since it's full unlocked. So it would have been, since your money's locked, if you didn't sell, of course, now that you have a cliff, if you got an unlock, you would have been able to break even. And if you bought on the secondary market, this was a very good play. You would have made some great profit here. And then we also had the Ancient 8 chain. I had no idea what this thing was, to be honest, when it launched. It's like some gaming chain. It's currently sitting at 300 mil FDV, so less than Pixelverse. But they launched with Coinbase. That was the shocking thing for them. Or they got listed on Coinbase, not launched with Coinbase. They got listed on Coinbase. So a lot of people were shocked about this one. But GG to them. And another play where if you bought on secondary market, at least when it started to dip bad, you'd be up now. But the real winner this week is definitely Pixelverse, where you could have had some serious multiples in your money.
Pixelverse is cool. Like I actually like what they're doing.
Did you play the Telegram game?
Yeah.
I don't know. I started some, like I was playing Hamster Combat, but then after a while, I was just, at one point I just got the things to unlock. You need so many tokens, and it's like it's a lot about tapping. Although the tapping does become irrelevant, it becomes a lot of passive stuff. But they have so many users. I don't expect the airdrops to be good anymore unless they do some serious filtering of the bots. But I mean, what I don't like about these Telegram games is they're all flexing. I prefer this view. They're all flexing like we have 50 million users. I mean, Hamster Combat, we have 200 million users. It's like, okay, so you basically have like 500,000 real users or whatever the number is, and then 190 million bots, and you're just lying. Either you're lying to us or you're lying to yourself. Like, which one is it? So I don't like when they throw that, when you flex these numbers. It's like when NFT projects tell us like we have 300,000 people in our Discord. We're like, oh, so you did zero job at filtering them. Like, you just either you don't know what you're doing or you think I'm too stupid to know what's going on. Like, it's one or the other. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know that everybody just wants to inflate numbers. So, and nobody ever questions anything. Like that's the other thing, is like nobody ever questions it. Like you can literally, if you tomorrow decided that you wanted to launch something, you could literally just pull numbers straight out of your ass, and everyone would be just like, "Whoa, dude!"
Yeah,
Like they'd be like,
800,000
okay.
downloads in 24 hours. People would be like, oh, shit.
Yeah, literally.
What do you guys think of the Ton chain? I hold Ton. I also have some Resistance Dog, the meme coin, even though that thing's been getting destroyed. But I'm still holding some Ton. I got a 5-figure position in there. I just think it'll do well during this cycle. I don't understand Telegram games. Am I just too old, not going to make it?
I mean, it's actually pretty easy to understand, like Telegram games. They're hyper casual, super easy to access. They're not tough. Like it's fun. Like they're fun. They're just super easy. Like imagine going back like 10 to 15 years when iPhone games came out, right? Like they were a lot more simple. Isn't that what you would say? This is like a good comparison. Like, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I think they're cool. I mean, I had some ideas for some. I was like, oh, maybe I should launch something, and that faded very quickly, thankfully. But no, I like them. Yeah, I don't know if I'd invest in them. I mean, obviously, Pixelverse was a good investment, and there was also Notcoin, which is at like billions. But I think at one point it's just going to become oversaturated really quick, and it's going to become a game of attention. Like you're competing on this scale of mobile gaming, and how do you get people to care about your game beyond just getting a free airdrop? That's what I question. Like, what's going to happen to their users once the airdrop's done? Which is the same thing for a lot of these projects, right? A lot of all the Blast farms. Like without Blast, would they have done well? Probably not. But now moving into meme coins. So insane week for a lot of meme coins. But let's first cover what happened. You could rage a little bit here. I'll let you tell the story.
Yeah, man. Mr. Miggles. This has been the most insane chart ever. It's so basically Coinbase comes out, they post their mascot, which is this cat, and there's a token which I do not believe, but we do not know if it is the official token of Coinbase, like, or if it was just community made, community led. It has been up only. You basically, if you bought this, there has been no panic to sell this. This is like the best chart, because at least if you buy something like this and it goes down, you're like, oh, okay, I'm down a little bit, maybe I'll hold a little bit longer, and it just keeps going back up. This has been the best token like that I've seen in so long. I found this at 2 million, dude. And I bridged over an ETH and I didn't buy it. I'm so mad. I'm sorry. Like that's all I can say. I have not, how in your daily life you'll see a trade and you'll say to yourself, man, like I really am mad I missed that trade. Like I shouldn't have missed that. I have not been more pissed about missing a trade than this one in forever. This one hurts me, because I knew in my head, I was like, dude, Coinbase is pushing this. But I did the thing where I was like, I'll wait for a dip. I'll wait for a dip. The thing that happens. And I just never got an entry because there never came one.
It's unfortunate. I mean, I guess the only thing you could do is learn from it. I think one thing we've learned, especially in the past few weeks, is whenever there's a big event, whenever there's a big, okay, first of all, if a big account like Coinbase tweets an animal, just full send, like, it's like a mascot. But when there's a big event, when something major happens, like, the Trump assassination, right? There was a bunch of coins and one of them survived. The fight coin. That's the one that took off, went to like, I don't know what it's at right now. We'll check that in a minute. But same thing with the celebrity meta, right? A bunch of celebrities were launching tokens, but then one celebrity stood out, which was Iggy Azalea. So she started going on all the Twitter spaces and putting in the work, and her token went to what was all-time high, like 300 mil?
No, I think it went to like 150, 180.
No,
Like
it crossed 200. The day that she was going to on the news or whatever, she met at the news thing, it crossed. True. Or a little bit before then, it went to 200, but very, very brief. Like, yeah, it chilled around 180 or whatever, 150 for a while. But just goes to show you, when there's a meta like this, when something happens, there's one that tends to stand out. So for here, so first of all, this ended up just being like an NFT mint as part of their like on-chain summer thing, where you could mint their NFTs. Here's the link, I guess. Yeah, so you could just mint. They made some good money on this, dude. They made some decent money here. 462,000 minted between 30,000 people. I guess people maybe thought they were going to get an airdrop or something, but yeah, this is just part of their on-chain summer campaign, as far as I understand. So it ended up just being an NFT. There was a few tokens that popped up. There was Coinbase Cat. There was Smush, but the one that really did well was this Mr. Miggles. And like, to their credit, same like their website's but I like the Twitter banner. They got like the cartoon Mr. Miggles. Super easy to do, right? I'm sure they just they mid-journeyed it like with this cat, like pump me this thing out, or maybe an artist made it. I'm not trying to shoot an artist, but very fast to do. They launched it, and yeah, credit where it's due. I mean, I saw this was called in Vanquish. I'm sure Jay in Shock they got into it as well. In Vanquish, CK kept calling it even at 20, saying like this is going higher than 20, and it 4x'd from his call. So yeah, GG to anybody who got into this. I understand your anger, being mad, but like, just use it as a lesson, dude. That's what I like. Do you ever do this thing where you think? I mean, I was looking at the Solana chart recently, and I was like, wow, how did I not full port at like $9 and then $18 for months? And I was just, I was thinking how much money I'd have today if I did. Then I was like, wait, this is completely useless to your life. You're just making yourself feel like shit. Just use this as like a learning experience. And look, I'm trying to stop looking at the things I missed and only look. Even the last week, like I wanted to put 6 figures into MOG. I ended up buying, but not as much as I wanted to. Not nowhere near 6 figures, and I would have been up over 2x. I would have made over 6 figures. And instead of being mad, I'm trying to reevaluate. Okay, what happened? Why didn't I do it? And then how was I feeling in that moment? Because I was right. And I'm trying to reevaluate this stuff. So next time it doesn't happen like that. And I don't miss out. And then I'm not FOMO buying, and I'm just full blasting the top of a chart.
Yeah, it's tough because like, imagine if Binance started bull posting what if Binance started bull posting a cat or a dog or like a meme or something? It would go absolutely crazy. This is the same thing. And yeah, I think it's just about, honestly, this is a big thing. I personally have spent a lot of time on BullX, on Pump Vision, looking for new stuff. And I think that it has clouded my judgment, and it makes me think about trades in a different way. Because let's say that you get into like a brand new coin, it goes from 100K to like 250K. You see that people are talking about it. It has volume. Like, you want to wait to get in on a dip on it. Like, there's a certain way that like you trade that coin. Whereas like with a lot of this bigger, more established stuff, you don't have to like, like it's for the most part, there are times when you can study charts like Pepe. You can study Mog, like you can study Brett, like you can look and you can see and say this coin has strength, And if you're just patient enough, you can just buy the dips. Like they happen. And if you're talking about a bullish chart, even something like Popcat mooned super hard from the bottom, but that has always been like one of the top memes, and now it's emerging and it's at like 750 million. So I think it's one of those things that you have to be able to mentally separate new shitters from more established stuff. And then also, I'll say this, I know that people will always say like, "Oh, I wish if I had more money, like I would, I would make like so much more like from trades and stuff." This is what I'll say about that is that if you do end up making a lot of money, you would be surprised as to how much more difficult it is to make more money in crypto with that than you'd think, mainly because of the mental side of when you put up a large bet. It's kind of like anything else, right? Like would you put $50,000 like on a sports bet? And most people wouldn't, right? Like would you put $50,000 like into like a meme coin bet? Like most people wouldn't. um it's tough. I know I'm kind of ranting, but yeah.
Yeah. So
It's
where do you
just
think
how I
Mr.
feel.
Migos goes from here?
I'll say this. I'm not buying.
Why?
This chart needs to correct. Um, but at the same time, like if we woke up on Monday and this was at 200 million, I would not be surprised. But I
It just got
also,
called and one of the servers were in.
well,
They go to 200 mil.
yeah, well, I mean, dude, like I'm not, yeah, he said good dip to 77 million. It's like, dude, that's not even that's not even a dip. Like that's just I can't, like my thing is that I would rather just wait for a new opportunity. The risk to return of buying at this level is just unreal. If you think about how many people, everybody that this coin is 3 days old, everyone who got into this coin is in profit by a lot. There's a lot of people that obviously bought it like, under 20 million. So you have to think that when there is a cascade on this, and base is a little different, when there is a cascade on this coin, it is going to dump super hard because people are going to start finally like taking profit on it. So yeah, I'm just, this is a mistrade in my opinion. I don't think it makes any sense to top blast a chart that looks like this. Like I would rather just wait for another opportunity because I already know that the second I buy it, it's gonna fucking dump.
We got to convince Binance to tweet a cat or something. Bolds, thank you, sir. Saying fight is at 45 million. But yeah, it went to like, I think it hit 80. There was two. There was one on Solana and one on ETH with the Trump coins. Mr. Miggles, Xavier W here saying Mr. Miggles looks like the Bomi chart.
Bomi.
Yeah, the Book of Meme chart. What if we launch Mrs. Miggles? Yo. Baby
No, I'm
Miggles.
actually surprised that nobody did that. That's funny that you
Hey,
say that.
just put a little bow on the head and make it pink instead of blue. Mrs. Miggles.
Yeah. What do you think about Miggles? Do you share a similar sentiment or what?
I don't know. Part of me wants to top blast it, but I think it's just the FOMO. But I mean, if it does correct, where's it's going to go? Like 50, 40? And
I
then
would
back
buy
up?
first dip. I would buy first dip. Cause yeah, like if you buy here at 84, 80, whatever it is, 80 million, let's say that you put in 1 ETH, like this thing has to go to 100.
I wouldn't be putting 1 ETH though. I'd be putting in like, I want to start. I'm trying to trade. I mean, I've been trying to like learn TA and shit. I've been trying to trade meme coins with size. So I'm trying to go for more established. Obviously, this one is not established, but I've been trying to do stuff with size. Like you mentioned, Popcat. I'm going to be getting in a good position into Popcat, and then things like Mog and Pepe. But I do want to play some of these coins. What's funny? It's like, so I've been trying to learn Bullx. Let me get it up here. Yeah, I've been trying to like get better at just Bullx, whether it's like new launches or just the ones that graduated that you can play, the ones that are getting good volume. And like, so same yesterday I was sending you, right? This one, Tret. I saw Tret at like 30. I saw it graduate everything. And then I was considering buying at 50. I did a bit of research. I saw the dev tried launching it multiple times. Somebody in one of the servers I'm in said, oh, it's he's just decoys and he's just trying to get people in the Telegram. I avoided it because of that. And then I watched it go all the way to 500. So technically I could have hit a 10X. I would not have held till 10X. But I could have technically hit 10X. But still, I wasn't mad because, again, I'm using this. I'm just trying to learn. Like right now, I'm accepting that I'm not going to make crazy, or I might make money, but I'm just trying to learn off of all this stuff. And the other thing that I'm learning from watching a lot of these guys, like, you know, I've been watching Orange's streams. Yesterday, there was a guy like Profiteer. A lot of people were watching his stream and sharing the coins he was trading. There's also this kid, Cupsy. I call him kid. I don't know if he's a kid, but look, I'm a boomer. Okay, I'm 34. Everybody's a kid to me in Web3. There's this kid, Cupsy, who's made like a mill just trading new launches, brand new launches on Bullx. So I think one of my issues when it comes to these tokens is I'm always looking for a coin that's going to go to 10, 50, 100 mil. I always want the like crazy mil market caps versus like there is money playing from a token going from like 30K to 100K, right? But I don't look at those. And when I do play those, I'm going in with such small size. I'm going with like a soul or half a soul or whatever it is, and I'm making what, like 2 soul? I don't know. So I need to find a good strategy that works for me. I don't know where I was going with this rant, but I think that there's a few different ways you could play it, and I just need to find a strategy that works for me. But I do want to be putting in, you know, more soul into a token that I see has a lot of volume and that I think is going to do well, and then just play that, and maybe less trades on, like fewer trades on tokens that I have more confidence in. But yeah, this one, I don't know. I'm kind of considering getting, even though I'm every time I looked at it, I was like, oh yeah. I mean, I looked at it like 7 times. Every time there was a nice dip, or it wasn't even a dip, it was barely a dip. But every time there was a dip, I was like, oh, okay, it's probably done. Oh, okay, it's probably done. And it keeps going. So it's a really tough call. I mean, this is where, you know, winners are made, right? You either go in, you make good money, or you go and then I guess you set a mental stop loss, or you, even with a tool, you set a stop loss. And if it's nuking, you take the L of whatever percentage you've accepted. But
If I held this right now, I'd be selling it. If I bought this at any point over the past 3 days, I'd be selling this.
why though? Like what do you think? I mean, I guess you're expecting Coinbase to just stop posting this cat, and I mean, Brian's been posting it.
Because if I had bought 5 ETH at whatever it was, 20 million, when I finally bridged over, because I was like, okay, this has legs, I would just be taking that profit. Like, do I think that it could keep going up? Yeah, but I think it's so due for a retrace. Like, no chart looks like this. Like it's crazy, dude. Like, I would not be holding this. If it keeps going up from here, like, the thing is everyone thinks that it's going to go up forever. Like, look at Landwolf. Landwolf looked like it was going to go up forever. Like, if you look at that chart, it was like, oh, this is going straight to, yeah, pull that up. It was this was going straight to a billion. Remember, it's the same thing. And then it's
This is also a lot with the crash narrative, right? Brett, and it's like Brett's little brother or whatever, and that's what people were pushing. But it, like, my logic there, and look, I traded this thing too. My logic here though was, if Brett's only at a bill, like, why would this is not going to go to a bill? If it's a little brother, it's gonna cap out at one point, which it kind of did.
Well,
not to say it's dead, but
I don't really compare. Like, I don't think about it like that, because like Pepe is at like 4, almost like 5 billion, and Brett is like a third of it. Like, I don't know. I've always felt that. I mean, I have Brett, but I've always felt like that coin, like, for that coin is crazy. I'll just say that. I hold it, but
yeah, but so this is one. I mean, Pepe's at 5. This one's one quarter right now of Pepe, and then okay, so Wolf is not 1/4 of Brett, but I mean, when it was at 200, and Brett was still at I guess Brett was probably pushing closer to 2 bill then. Yeah.
Right. But like if you look at the chart, it's this same thing. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's this whole thing of we got to ban this guy in the chat.
The Nvidia guy.
Yeah. This guy's just spamming. Yeah, it's the same thing. Like if you look at that chart, if you look at how up only it is, like it's going to retrace.
Yeah, for sure. There's going to be a retrace at one point, but maybe it full sends. But a lot of meme coins have been doing good, dude. Ponky, I mean, Ansem posted it, hit new all-time highs here. This one's really unique. Like they do a lot of. It's the only one I pretty much see on Instagram with all their posts. They do a lot of like Instagram marketing, I guess normie marketing.
Yeah. Their TikTok is really good. I like it a lot. Ponky,
Yo, my Billy, yes. I bought Billy and it nuked. Like a second I bought like, okay, I guess I bought here and it just nuked to 100. Oh no, okay, I bought here and it nuked. And now I'm finally in the green with my Billy. Let's go, dude. What a cute dog. Thank you, Billy, for making me money. Billy to a Billy. Full send it. Is my Michi's almost back too. Let's go, dude. See, I've been sizing into these coins, but I top blasted it. The other one, what's the other one I bought the other day? Mini. I bought Mini. What do you think about Whiff?
I think it probably it feels like it's lost steam
Do you
in
feel?
terms.
Sorry, please continue your sentence.
It feels like it lost steam within the like I don't see it as much, but it does have like over $500 million in volume every day on central exchanges. So it's like obviously still fucking huge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm conflicted on it. I mean, I'm in like a few servers. I'm in Miles High Club now, where one of the guys called it pretty well. He was accumulating down here, so he's up, I guess 60%. I don't. What do you think about dogs versus cats? It really does feel like cats are like the clear winner this cycle. Versus last
Yeah.
time it was Shiba and Doge. Now it's Popcat and Mog.
Yeah, it's the cat cycle for sure. I don't think there's any debate on that. I think it's the cycle of cats, and that's why I think like Mog and I think Popcat and like obviously Mitchie's doing like okay. But yeah, I think that like the cat memes are just gonna kill it. I think animals in general though, like we know, like there was even one that launched yesterday. It's called Bill the Bear, and it went from
Dude,
like
yeah.
800K to like 20 million in one day.
But this is what, like Cabal coin? Like, why did this? No, it's the wrong Build a Bear.
It's got
It's
a good.
on.
I mean, it's all about the team behind it, man. Like,
Boom, this one.
yeah, it's all about the team. It's all about like how they do it, who they get on board. Like, yes, there are things like Billy that are super organic. Like we get that, and they just come out of nowhere. But Landwolf, Brett, this, Ponky, like these coins were like very calculated.
I like it, dude. I like how people now the chat. I've never had this because it was always NFTs. So many tickers.
Yeah, I know.
in
Well,
the
it's just
chat.
how it is. Like people got to show.
Yeah. The cocky new one that's on AVAX. That one actually makes sense though. Can you share top 5 high conviction Solana meme coins that are not too high market cap? I don't think I'm the right person to be doing that. No, look, I like I said, I'm just going into more established stuff. Like, I mean, it's on ETH, but Mog and like Popcat. I'm not. I guess one I bought was Mini, which was only like 12 mil or whatever market cap when I bought it. I also have a good position in Habibi, also at 12.5 mil market cap. Yeah, but I don't want to be calling tickers and pumping, dumping stuff here. Katamoto on Binance. I don't know that one. I'll have to look into it. Maybe they already have a good cat. Yeah, I think that was it on our list here. We did have some NFT whitelist stuff, but I'm dropping a video on Monday about NFT whitelist, so I'll just save that there, unless you want to talk about something. But yeah, pretty much sums up this week. Yeah. What are you looking forward to this weekend? Any launches?
No, just honestly gonna take some time and reset because that Mr. Miggles coin absolutely tilted me to oblivion. So I'm pretty mad about that.
You'll find another one. There's going to be, dude, we're headed into like one of the craziest cycle of our life. So there's going to be a lot more.
There's always another trade. There's always another one. It's just you gotta wait for it. You can't be pushy for it. You gotta let it happen.
Do you think we open the chart next Friday, the Mr. Miggles chart next Friday, and it hit 200 mil?
No. But I wouldn't be surprised if it did. I would bet no. If there was a poly market, I actually don't know, dude. I don't know because it's on base. If it was on Solana, I'd say no. There's been some crazy stuff happen. That's a good question. What do you think?
I think it's very possible. Yeah. I guess it's the narrative. Especially if Coinbase stops posting about it, I think it's going to slow down. But if they post one more if they post them one more time, or if Brian posts like the logo or whatever, like they did in that video, I think, yeah, it'll send.
True. Yeah. I mean, I kind of agree.
I always forget to do this. Thank you, Constantine23, for saying hit the like button. I always forget to say hit the like button. It helps the stream a lot. Please hit the like button. It'll help spread the stream and it'll help grow your bags because we talk about your bags, hopefully. Thank you, everybody, for joining. We're going to end it here. Every Friday, 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. Eastern. We also drop a ton of videos across our Twitters and our YouTube, so be sure to give us both a follow. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. I lost my train of thought. That is all. Thank you. Peace.